Just want to do this video doing the reeds. I was checking them on my 2016 M8, and I was reading, and they say that the reed valves go pretty fast. And sure enough, you know, if you can see that chip on that corner right there, it's gone, and it probably gets sucked up in the motor. Luckily I didn't lose the motor. Damaged something right there in the middle. There's two more right there, and I'm switching it out to these carbon fiber Carbon Tech reed valves. I've had good luck with them on my dirt bike, and so yeah. Well, the biggest problem that I had taking this out is there was one bolt. I don't know if it was this bolt right here. So that's facing inside of the engine on the left side. Well, this bracket right here stopped me from getting that bolt out. So I took and cut it with a cutting wheel right there, and it's not gonna do anything to the structure of that. That way I'll be able to get that bolt in and out. I had to take this whole starter assembly off. Your starter bolt's right here, and that goes over, obviously, your flywheel. I had to take apart my pull cord to get this copper plate off, and just to get the starter off after I've unbolted it, just to get this off. And that's not going to be my problem anymore when I need to change my reeds. So this is a simple little fix. I'm going to show it once I install it. But that's going to be my fix to it. I looked it up online. I had thought of it already, but I looked it up online, and a few other guys did it. Some guys did it inside of the machine, but I took it out instead, so there's not all kinds of debris everywhere. But this is kind of ridiculous. The sled only has like 1,800 miles on it, and those stock reeds are just junk. And I noticed it backfiring and popping when I'd shut it off or go to start it. Sometimes it would just pop, you know, blow some snow up underneath the exhaust, and that's exactly what bad reeds will do. So we'll change those out, and carbon fiber shouldn't have a problem with carbon fiber. So, and these are all individual reeds. These are actually, I'll show you. These are actually a reed that's, so you just got two. So it's a lot stiffer. It's going to give it a little better performance. It'll be better throttle response, kind of noticeable. That's about it. All right, when I get this all back installed, I'll show another video of it and what I did. So what are you going to take apart? All right, thank you. Bye. Okay, we're going to get in here and I'll show you the nonsense that I have to deal with here. So this tube right here, I don't know if you can see that. That's going to go around this. Because this is going to be in there. I'll show you. It's ridiculous. Sorry, I can't remember how I did it here. I'll tell you this one wasn't fun. It's not very fun. It's not fun. Too bad. And you gotta push that right in between there. So right in between this. And I had undid this snap ring. You pull that back so you pull that gear back so you can get that tube around. And then what we'll do is bolt that up. Throw a few bolts in it to make sure that we can get that bolt out. And it looks like we're gonna have it. So let's grab a few bolts. And that should give me a reason. And this is the bolt that I was having the problem with, right in this corner. And that's going to eliminate that issue right there. So I've taken that amount off, that hump that's stuck up there, cut that down, and now I'll be able to get that bolt in and out no problem without taking the whole starter assembly off. Okay, we're going to want to get our starter in. It slips on like that. Line this gear up. Kind of just move the starter. That'll slip in like that. And then there's a snap ring. So you're going to get yourself a pair of snap ring pliers. Get that in the right position here. A little tricky because I get it at an angle, but there we go. Now this snaps in just like that. A little problem here with my snap rings, but there we go. Okay, this is the plate that I had to get in here to take off to get that starter out, or it wasn't going to happen. So I'll just show you. Since I didn't take a video of it taking off, just putting it back on. This is the pull cord assembly that goes on like that, so you got to take that off to get to this plate. It was very easy, and that stays all together. So, but pain in the ass just to get your reed out, but I will say that. But this will eliminate the issue for sure. Just zip these bolts in real quick. You're just gonna want to be careful. I guess what we'll do is put that on. That's what we're gonna do. Figure out how to spin. That's gonna go just like that. Get the first one in there. We'll get a few of them started before we go crazy. That way we know everything's lined up. That way, all goes well. More here, and then we got to connect the starter into that plate in there. Alright, now we'll get that on. We're gonna hook up this ground right here, and that goes in. We're going to another one of those bolts. Pretty simple. So we'll get it started by hand. That will impact it in. You can just use a regular wrench, but if you're soft with an impact, you know how much to give it, you should be fine. It takes time, but if you're worried about it, you can use a ratchet. I just like to save time. Now, there's one more, and I can't use an impact. I actually have to use a ratchet wrench. So we get that all back together. That plate's back on. Starter's back in. And then finally, the end results is you can get this bolt in and out to change this reed without taking all this apart just to get your reed cage out. Absolutely ridiculous, Artie Cat. The engineer on that should be fired, because that's a simple thing right there. They didn't even have to have that hump come up, and somebody didn't get together and plan that out right, and they just went with it because it was too late for them or something. But anyway, that's fixed for now, so now I can just take the reeds in and out when I have to change those, because you're supposed to change those reeds every 100 hours. You know, they recommend you do. So anyway, as you can tell, I'm a little mad at Artie Cat. that's absolutely ridiculous. That one little thing, and I gotta take all that apart. I mean, I had to take the pull thing off. I mean, it's ridiculous. It was not fun. So have fun. If you can get something to cut that off without taking it apart, go ahead. I just didn't want to get stuff all through here anyway, or ruin something by accident with a cutting wheel. Okay, that's it.